And hello, my amazing and beautiful social media and everybody who is watching. So today's video, I wanted to talk about support networks, support groups, whatever you would like to call it, and why they're so important to actually have in business. So I want to talk about it today just because I was nicely reminded about my support network this weekend, and yeah, I wanted to share it, get everyone's thoughts on it. Have you got one? Have you not? Um, and just I make it a topic. So I speak about support networks in the sense of family, friends, people who have started a business that you've probably mingled with or networked with if you do network, and that kind of group really, and why I find it so important to actually have that in your life. So without mine, I would struggle to be here today. And my support network is my family, my loved ones, my friends, and actually it's like not even weird. I'm not going to say it's weird. It's not weird, but the biggest and foremost is my social media family that I've grown over the years, that have backed me 100% of the way doing my brand and being part of my journey, and they're kind of the reason that I'm still going in a sense. So it's nice to have. And oh, they're bombing it a little bit quickly, aren't they? Oh, anyway, and why they're so important to have, and to me they're very, very important because they give me stability, they give me reassurance, they help me when I'm feeling low. They, they just, they're there to make me realize things I might have missed, or give me different perspectives. And mainly in the sense of as a buyer or consumer or customer, whatever you would like to call them. But basically just somebody who like purchases a product. Like, I had some very good insight over the weekend, and this obviously was from my dad, and he was obviously asking me how my business was going. And I said, yeah, it's plodding along, doing really well, as you do, touch wood, it carries on. And he was sort of asking like, oh, do you do promotions, and you're doing anything for the Queen's Jubilee that's coming up in the next week, or I'm sure it's the next week. Yeah, I'm sure it's next week. And I was like, no, actually, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Do I want to be releasing more lines? I have got a few that I do want to do for sure. Like, oh my God, like totally want to release those. But I'm trying to figure out which direction I want my brand to go in. Like, do I want to keep it quite niche, quite simple, not have too many products? Like, do I launch a few, have them for a limited time? Do I keep launching loads of new ones and just have them as part of a permanent collection? There was all these questions that were raised, and he came out saying some really good things as to like, well, have you thought about this? What about like doing certain promos, like maybe have a look, if you've got a lot of customers worldwide, like have a look at what their kind of special occasions are. Like, I know for USA, obviously 4th of July is a huge thing, Thanksgiving's a huge thing, and it is just, do I want to dabble in the holidays, and do some for holiday seasons, do I not? And you know what, stuff like that really, one, makes me smile, and two, really gets me thinking in terms of, is this something I want to do? What will my customers like? Then thinking about, okay, actually, yeah, looking at my age range, and it made me really challenge what's going on in my brand, what's going on in my business. And even then, say my parents do the same thing. They do challenge me now and again as to, are you sure you're doing the right thing? Or how about this? Or have you thought about this? And you know what? It's so nice because so many people don't do it. And this is one thing I found about a lot of brands is they've got a product and they run with it. And they think it's the best thing on earth. Everybody needs to buy it. You can't go without it. Nobody can give you criticism because it's the most perfect thing. And to me, I would run like that. That's not how I see my brand. My brand is very much, how can I progress? What can I look at? What is failing? What is winning? What is doing so well? What is not doing so great? What can I change? Look at all the constructive criticism I've got back. Look at the amazing feedback I've got back. And you make decisions based on that. And it's nice because I do have people who challenge me in my life. I do have people who actually give me insight as to, have you thought about this? Or I'm not too sure about this. Like, why would you, like, Son, why would you think about this? Or why are you doing this? Give me your explanation as to what's your thought process. And stuff like that makes your brand grow. And I was even talking to my boss the other day. I was like, some of the people that we work with, they've never been challenged. And because they haven't been challenged, they expect yeses. And because, you know, whether you're playing with like the big boys or like, you know, like kind of new brands or brands that are like, you know, steady stepping, it is just, when you're sort of up here, you just expect yeses because they see how much of a big shot you are. And it's like, why would you challenge me? I'm top dog. Whereas actually people like that need challenging. It's, why are you doing what you're doing? Have you thought about doing it this way? And, you know, looking at it from a whole new fresh pair of eyes. And that's what I like to do. And not only that, it's so good for your mental health. I cannot tell you how having a good support network is really good for your mental health. Like when I've had those days when I dip, or, you know, I really just feel like I don't want to work on the brand this week just because I'm not in a good headspace, they actually help me get through that. They actually, you know, sit down and talk to me like, look, what's going on with your brand? What's so overwhelming? What is demotivating you? What, you know, what can they do to help? So to me, having a good support network is key. It's one of the biggest keys in my brand for sure. I'm talking about my own at the moment, but I'm not too sure about your guys. But to me, it's a huge thing. So that's why I kind of wanted to bring it to the channel and obviously all on my social media platforms, just because I would like to hear, do any of you have a social network, little family? You know, do you guys have support groups or networking groups who you kind of not rely on, but who have in the background to kind of be your cheerleaders in a sense, and people who challenge you as well, who give you constructive criticism, who challenge you, who actually want to know the way you think so they can understand your product or what you sell or what you do, or, you know, how you come across generally. So yeah, so obviously I'm trying to keep this video in these 10 minutes. I'm like really conscious of time. But yeah, it's something that I think is super important. And obviously it's been a huge part of my journey before I even launched, and I'm talking 2 years ago, but like, no, I launched the brand in 2020. So 2018, from 2018, even 2017, when I first started talking about the brand, I've always had that there. And that's actually helped me kind of sail along really nicely in terms of launching the brand, launching all my products, you know, having that space to just talk about things, think about things out loud, write things, mind map it with people so they see where I'm coming from, they add their input in, because I see it as my brand is not just mine, but I care about my customers. I care about what they think. This is basically around my customers and what, you know, and what I feel like they would like. And, you know, same again, I've always had input as to, oh yeah, I think you could really do with this in your range, or I'm not too sure about this. And it's just a way of incorporating everything. And I've always seen my brand is not just mine, it's everybody else's who I represent. So yeah. So yeah, I feel good about talking about this actually. It's quite nice. But yeah, anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts. Like, do you have support groups, support networks, family, friends who actually cheer you on? Do you not? And if you don't, then why? And do you feel the need to have them? Do you not? So yeah, I'd just love to hear insight from everybody. So yeah, so that's me done for now, for this week. And I will catch you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, guys. Bye.